Did JFK take LSD provided by Tim Leary and Richard Alpert? Only Richard Alpert is still alive. In fact, his name is now Ram Dass. He's the author of numerous spiritual books, including Be Here Now. He agreed to meet with me in Woodside, California, to talk about Tim Leary, LSD, and JFK. Well, here I am going into the hills right outside San Francisco on my way to talk to Ram Dass, who is Tim Leary's partner during the Harvard years. Well, here I am. I'm in San Gregorio. I'm a little lost, looking for Ram Dass. You guys, you know who Ram Dass is?
Yeah. I do.
You do?
Yeah.
So am I close by Ram Dass then? Am I nearby?
You're
Right now you're about
45 minutes.
25 minutes.
45.
45.
35.
And I've got like about an eighth of a tank of gas. Should I just be here now, or should I freak out?
Start freaking out.
You're doing a film on the history of LSD. What do you know about the history of LSD?
Everything, women, I know.
Well, tell me, why do you think it's illegal?
I have no idea.
It can't be. DMT is made by the pineal gland.
But everyone here is telling me I need to meet Monkey
so I'm
Bill.
gonna
See Monkey Bill now.
That's a trip.
Monkey Bill.
Hey, Monkey told me the monkeys never took one thing that he didn't try first.
And Monkey Bill did experiments with monkeys and LSD at Stanford?
In the early 60s at Stanford, yes. His name is Bill Marquis, and his nickname is Monkey, and well, he had he went crazy for a little bit, and then he had to stop his work.
Who went crazy?
Monkey. Anyways, he's a hippie that lives.
When?
He's a hippie that lives in the Hobbit house. It's really cool. That's where I live.
Great.
Coggins?
I'm gonna follow you. All right, so I'm following this lady. She says she knows somebody who experimented with monkeys and LSD. So I'm gonna follow her to see Monkey. So we're here, we're gonna go visit Monkey, one of the guys who originally...
William Marquis. Yeah.
And we're here in
La Honda. This is Jimmy.
La Honda. Hi, what's happening, dude? Good to see you.
Okay, yeah. He doesn't want his picture taken until he knows what's going on. So I suppose you have to turn it off and tell him who you are.
Exactly. Hold on, we're gonna shut off now, viewers.
I'll bring the hippie out.
Well, I had like contracts with the DEA in case they found a drug on the street that they couldn't identify. They'd run it through the behavioral tests that I'd set up. This is my PhD thesis.
Which was on?
It's on hallucinogenic drugs, behavioral effects.
What year did you write this?
I got it in '74.
Hey, Mojo.
You worked with LSD and monkeys in 1974
I
at
was out here in the backyard.
Stanford University.
75, 76.
You did it out in the backyard.
Eventually, I brought the monkeys out here. That's why they call me Monkey Bill, I guess. And we had a huge facility for them. I had six monkeys. And we were giving them various psychedelic drugs that the government was synthesizing and sending to me
He was giving those
to experiment with on the monkeys.
In the backyard here.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see the backyard?
No.
Why not? It's a
I know.
It's a mess now.
Let's take a look. It's where history happened. The government paid to give LSD to give to monkeys. Let's check it out, man.
Not much to see now. The cages were all in the back through here.
The cages were all in the back.
They were about 15 feet high. They were dog cages that were ganged together. So they had an ample area to run around in.
Did they freak out inside the cages?
It was hard to tell. They get very still on the various psychedelic drugs.
What kind of things did they exhibit on the LSD, do you think?
They wouldn't move, most of them. They do what they call visual tracking. they'd stand still and just kind of look around. Higher doses, their eyes were like darting back and forth. At that dose, humans would have that visual, tactile, auditory hallucinations.
So let me get this straight. Almost 10 years after LSD becomes illegal, they're supplying it to this guy to test on monkeys in the backyard. Well, we're here at Ram Dass's, and I'm a little late, but you're saying it's all in the now anyway.
It's all here.
You know, I figured if there's one person I could be late, it's Ram Dass, right? Be here now?
We're just getting ready for now.
Perfect.
And we're contemplating the now.
Again. 4 years ago, Ram Dass suffered a stroke. His speech is severely impaired, and he must use a wheelchair at all times. What makes this clear, odorless drug of interest and of such concern to the government?
Well, they deal with power, and LSD is powerful.
Do you think JFK took LSD?
Yes.
What makes you lean towards that?
First of all, his brother, the senator, that I heard, the route went through there. The government weapon department wanted to know if this was a useful weapon. It's funny that they should weapon and we should a doorway towards God.
In 1962, Ram Dass, Tim Leary, and Professor Walter Pahnke created an experiment called the Good Friday Experiment. They recruited 20 Divinity students to attend Good Friday services at Marsh Chapel at Boston University. The plan? To give half a placebo and the other half a psychedelic in the form of psilocybin. I tracked down one of the original 20 participants, who is now the president and dean of the seminary where Tim Leary originally recruited these Divinity students from. The president of the Andover Newton Seminary, who was one of the original 20 of Good Friday. Hi, Ben.
Oh.
How you doing? Ben, unfortunately, you got the placebo, right?
That's right.
You got the placebo,
Right.
and just want to talk to you about Tim Leary and that whole day there, right?
I'd be glad to do that.
We were told that there was a new kind of spiritual discovery going on. And so one evening, a group of us students went into the student lounge, and this handsome, well-dressed Harvard professor, who we later found out was Timothy Leary, talked about some new discoveries that he had found. They weren't called drugs in those days, but a substance, a mescaline, I think. And that I remember him saying, this is sort of like Columbus. We're going on a new voyage, a voyage to a new country that we have never been to before, and thought that this would be a new breakthrough for humanity. Now you need to remember, this was before the drug culture, this was before all the upheavals about Vietnam. Good Friday came in 1962, and we went to Boston University, into the chapel in the underneath Marsh Chapel, the smaller chapel. 10 of us would get placebos, and 10 of us would get a substance called psilocybin.
Excuse me, are you the dean of the Marsh Chapel? It says reserved for the dean of the Marsh Chapel. That must be you.
You're right.
Do you remember Timothy Leary test with the Harvard, with the Andover Newton students here?
I don't remember it. I wasn't here then, but that was 64.
Where did that happen?
The little chapel downstairs.
Could you show me where that happened? We're on our way inside Marsh Chapel.